What's up, guys? Today in this video I'm going to be explaining to you why I personally do not like the advice of GaryVee. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get right into it. Alright, so the main reason I do not like GaryVee's advice, and this is coming from someone that has watched like tons and tons of GaryVee videos in the past, who has been like an avid fan in the past, but from what I've learned a lot about entrepreneurship over the last couple months, and I started watching Gary about probably almost a year ago and really started getting into it, and it was good for my beginning stages, but as I learned more and more about entrepreneurship, I kind of realized that a lot of GaryVee's advice wasn't really right for what most people actually want in life. So the main problem I have with GaryVee's advice is, number one, is that he tells you to work every single day, and like you see this hustle. Like if you want, like, yes, you do have to hustle. You have to work fucking hard as shit to get the shit that you want starting out. But the thing is, GaryVee hustles every day of his life, and most people do not want that. Most people just want to hustle for like 1 to 2 years max, and then kind of live their life with the freedom of entrepreneurship. Whereas GaryVee, he just wants to work every fucking day. Like, that's what he enjoys, but a lot of people get misled that. And I know that recently in a video I heard him say, like, eat shit for 10 years. Like, really fucking 10 years, dude? That's way too damn long. Nobody's gonna want to eat shit for 10 fucking years. I think the people just like realize this is the major thing in life. Like, to only take the advice of the people that are living the life that you want to live. So if Gary is not living the life that you want to live, then you should not necessarily be taking all of his advice. Now, there can be certain things that you can pick and choose from, but at the same time, you got to realize, like, this guy's hustling every day. That's not what I want with my life. That's not what you want to do. So, and the one thing I do not like as well is on his YouTube channel, he's always like, oh, I'm providing all this free content. All these guys are selling this shit. They're on courses and stuff like that. I hate when people talk shit on courses because there's nothing wrong with making money off some courses and some information. The reason GaryVee is using YouTube is to make more money for his business, because it builds up his brand and his name recognition. He's kind of playing it off like he's not making money off of his YouTube videos. He's just providing this free value. Yeah, if he was not making any money from this, he would not be making fucking YouTube videos. He's making money from YouTube because then he can be featured on speaking events. He can get his name out, Vaynermedia out to more bigger companies and things like that. So those are the reasons why he's making YouTube videos. It's not that he's not making money just putting free content out there because he loves putting out free content. He wants to build his brand so that he can make more money from it. And that's where I think he misleads a lot of people. And once again, this isn't just to like hate on GaryVee. Like, for real, like, he is a really inspiring dude, and I respect that. He kind of has a similar like personality to I do in a way. And I really do respect his hustle, like every way in that. He's a much more successful person than me. That's where I have to stay humble, but also I can point out the things that I've noticed that can help you guys possibly be able to like sort out as a beginner entrepreneur, or even an experienced entrepreneur, to kind of like open your mind up to new things and like what my opinion is. I'm always welcome for you guys to share your opinions down in the comments below, and I can respond to them. We can interact with each other and get your input. So, like, besides that, like, there's things that GaryVee says that I definitely do agree with. There's many things that you can take his good advice on. Like, he's done a super good job at always staying the top of the social media marketing industry and always staying on top of like the new and latest trends. Like, he's made great investments into many companies and always staying on the cutting edge of social media. So if that's what you're looking for, this guy is always like ahead of the game when it comes to those things. That's the major things I respect about him. But other thing is, he goes in the wrong vehicle towards, like, you guys need to, this is the thing, you need to choose the right vehicle, the right job, and the right like work to get you to the life that you want. So if you do not want to hustle every day, you have to make sure you work a job that you don't have to hustle every day. You work a job that will be making money for you in the background, that will build up your business, that you don't have to grind 10 hours a day every single day for the rest of your life, because that's not what most people want. And I do not want you to be misled into that by Gary's advice. And that's where I strongly disagree with him. And I think that if you work smarter rather than harder, and this is where I think Tai Lopez comes in as like one of the best. Honestly, in my opinion, he has some of the best advice, because I feel like his is the most neutral out of anyone's, whereas GaryVee's is like fucking up here with hustling, and then there's other people down here with like freedom lifestyle all the way, and then there's kind of Tai Lopez here in the middle. I think he's the best because he reads all these books, like fucking knowledge. He reads those 7,000 books, or a book a day, and he has all these opinions combined into one. That's why I kind of like his advice the best out of anyone's if you're a beginner. So besides that, like, GaryVee's advice, just like take into consideration that it's not necessarily geared towards the freedom lifestyle if that's what you want, or not working all the time. But yeah, just like keep in mind like who you're taking advice from at all times. that's the overall thing that I want to get out of this video. Said to work smarter and not harder, because you want to take the 80% of 80% of the things that you're doing that aren't making you money and that you guys are just wasting your time on. That's where I think Gary is very misleading for some people. He will say to work, but the thing is, you can get way more done in the less amount of time if you choose the right things to do. And that's where I think Gary kind of encourages people to do busy work. Another thing I don't like is that he mentions like, don't only sleep 6 hours a day. I fucking hate that, because there's actually scientific studies that Gary might be an outlier, which is like 10% of society can sleep under like 6 hours or under every day and be perfectly fine with it because their brain is able to handle it. But this is a strong subject. I've done fucking days of research on this shit about how much you can sleep, because I personally, like, I wanted to be able to sleep less and still have the mental capabilities to perform at my highest. But it is actually, like, at this moment in time, it is physically impossible to not get adequate sleep and still perform at your best performance. And now one of the things that you're gonna say is like, hey, I've slept for 6 hours and I don't feel tired. Well, the thing is, this is for like a whole nother video about sleep and stuff. But like, you can sleep for 6 hours and not feel tired and do that for a while. You get used to it and your body does not feel tired, your brain does not feel tired, but in reality you are still your body is still experiencing those negative effects of your sleep deprivation, even if you don't feel it necessarily. And that's one of the scary things, is like your brain will be working less efficiently, but you won't even know it. And there's tons and tons of scientific studies on this. I've done tons of research on whether or not you are able to sleep less and still have maximum proficiency with your brain. It is just impossible at the moment in time unless scientists come up with a better solution or come up with more research that disputes it. And like I said, if you don't believe me, you can look it up on your own, but it's going to take you for fucking ever because there's so much shit on it. But that's the truth, I promise you. Yeah, the other main thing is I think that Gary kind of encourages people to do a lot of busy work and stay hustling rather than focusing on the things that are going to generate them direct income and direct results, focusing on the 20% of things that are going to get them income and results. If you don't know the 80-20 rule, look that up, because that is an important, really important value that Gary does not discuss very often, or if I've ever heard it. But at the same time, like I said, he still gives really good advice at times. You just have to be able to sort out the good from the bad, and that's what it all comes down to, whether you're listening, like really compared to anyone you're listening to. So hope this video helped you guys, and I hope you have a great day. If you enjoyed it and you kind of agreed with it, or if it helped you at all, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. Besides that, if you have a great day, I am out.